we've had a pretty nice cool down since earlier this week, but things are steadying out for the end of our week. This weekend, we're looking at some nice temperatures right near our average. I wanted to go ahead and take a look at some of these records that we're watching outside today because we are so close to average for the start of our new year. You can see those lows only about a degree or two off. We're typically in these 30s for this time of the year with those highs in the 50s. We are a little bit warmer than average today in Fort Smith, where we're watching about a 55, whereas our average is just those couple degrees cooler, but nowhere near record temperatures. What I really want to watch is that departure from precipitation this year. I know we just started off the year, but we are a little bit behind already. The good news for us is that we're looking to clear up that discrepancy the later we go into this weekend. We'll start to see some rain roll into our region. Highs in the River Valley, or in Fort Smith, rather, no. Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas. We're seeing those temperatures right near average as well, maybe a little bit above, but those lows, just like the River Valley, right on mark. So we are doing pretty good as of this year. It feels a lot cooler to us because we've been so warm since December was such a warm month. 2024 as a whole was extremely warm for us, but things are starting to get back to normal as we start off this new year. We're cooling down, enjoying that wintry feeling that we've got. Trying to start things off right, crisp and cool, especially in those mornings. Look at these wind chills as we go into this morning where we started off with some 20s out there. As we look forward towards Friday, we're going to see that slightly warm up. That's because we've got some southern winds that have been really taking over throughout the day today. That's going to help to pull in a little bit more moisture, which also helps to warm up our mornings. We will see our wind chills sitting around our actual temperatures right near those 30s, with some 20s trying to linger in our northernmost cities. You can see holding on to a bit of that cold air as we go throughout the weekend. We'll get a kind of shifting wind, not straight from our south. We'll see some eastern winds come in as well, but we're staying pretty consistent with those 20s and 30s out for our morning lows. Tomorrow, we're going to be pushing a little bit cooler than where we were today, about a degree or two, just because we're seeing a shift away from those southern winds that we saw today. So highs in the 40s for most of us, some 50s across the River Valley where we're holding on to, like I said, a lot of that heat just lingering in our southernmost cities. So we're seeing about a 55 in Waldron, and not too bad. What we're mainly watching as we go into the weekend, the start of next week, rain chances are on the rise. You can see all of that really focused in on Sunday. Could we see some showers beforehand? Yes, let's take a look. This is a pretty broad look at what we're watching for. This is the GFS model, and we're seeing that it's favoring a little bit more in the way of rain. You can see just a sliver above that forecast marking up there, a little bit of pink in Missouri. That's trying to move our way. That's because it's mixed rain and ice, a little bit of freezing rain out there, but that doesn't seem to be moving into our area. It has the chance to in the early morning hours of Sunday as we continue to cool down, but looks like our temperatures are going to stay above freezing. That means all of our showers and precip that we're going to get on Sunday should remain as rain. It changes up by the end of that shower system and storm. The later we will look into Sunday afternoon, things start to change a little bit. You can see more of that snowy, icy mix trying to move into Oklahoma over Tulsa. That's still pretty far away from us. We're still getting a lot of these downpours just moving through our area, scattered showers all day long on Sunday into the afternoon and evening. It's not until the overnight hours into Monday that we start to see the chance of some flurries coming our way. That completely oversteps the freezing rain possibility and icing. We're moving straight into a little bit of snow is possible as we go early Monday morning and Sunday at night. You can see that clears up by about 9 o'clock. We'll still see some clouds, but by the time your kiddos are headed back to school maybe, or you're headed back out to work from the weekend, we're going to start to see things dry up. We're not watching a lot of this snow pour down on us like we watched the rain showers the day before. A lot of it's just going to be drying out and moving out of our area. So Could be lucky to see a little flurry or two on Monday, but that's the worst of it, really, and it clears out after that. As we get into the rest of next week, our temperatures take a dive, and that's where we're going to spend a lot of our weekday, or our week as a whole, is going to be in those cooler temperatures where things are a lot calmer. We're not expecting too much in the way of a heavy rain after this Sunday system, and that Sunday system is coming in with a big burst of cold air well below average. Remember back what we looked at the earlier and just a few minutes ago, we saw that those average temperatures for this year, this time of the year at least, around the 50s. You know, that's pretty average for us. That's where we're at now. Well, after we get this big cool down, those temperatures are going to drop well below average, and we're going to stay there for an extended period of time. And you can see that's happening across the eastern U.S. as a whole. That includes the Midwest. A lot of us, the only spots in the U.S. that are going to be feeling a little bit warmer than average, all the way on the West Coast. So we aren't alone in this, but we're definitely going to be feeling the chill in the air that comes in next week after our shower system moves out. That gives us enough time to push the rain out of our system, maybe see a flurry, maybe early or Monday morning. Most of us will sleep right through it, and there's going to be nothing left on the ground for us to look at because it's going to be so quick and fast moving. You can see how those morning temperatures are going to drop dramatically. These are our average temperatures for this time of the year, those high 20s, maybe even a 30 or 2 mixing in. You can see we're pretty warm on Sunday because we have so much moisture and rain. That's going to keep things a little bit warmer overnight. But once that cold air really drops down, it's going to plummet those temperatures, and you can see that in the teens throughout next week. Though we'll start to climb a little bit more the later we get close to Thursday and Friday, trying to get some heat back. A little bit of moisture as well could bring another round of something later on. Better chances of a wintry mix late next week. The early week, it's going to be very cold. We're seeing that in the River Valley as well. Those teens, even 20s, where typically we're supposed to be seeing 30s for this time of the year. So we're going from a very warm December into a very cold January. So it's a big switch for us. Our systems, we're just not ready for it quite yet, but we will be in the next couple days. We've got rain on Sunday. Like I said, that's going to be dropping in late Saturday, starting up around midnight or the early morning hours of Sunday, and just dropping on us all day long. We're not looking at much relief from that rain until Monday morning, and then we have the chance for those flurries. We get that cool down to move in and really settle us in the 20s and 30s for all of next week. You can see that second chance for a possible little wintry rain shower as we get later on into the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday all have about 10% chance. We're pretty far out from that, so certainty is pretty low as of now. What we're mainly preparing for are the rain showers that are going to drop over our area on Sunday. Those are going to be all day long and clearing out just in time for the week to start on Monday morning. We'll see the sun all week long, but it's not going to help to warm us up with those highs in the River Valley in the 30s. That's been your extended forecast. I'm meteorologist Bella Grace.